Hey everybody, welcome to the Hockey Skate Down. Before we get into the video, I just want to say thank you to all my subscribers. If you want to join a hockey team, it's free. Click subscribe, hit the notification bell to all. Thank you all so much. Let's get started. I want to do my next video of Devils players and prospects to look out for. I did my first video a little while ago. I'll link it at the end if no one's checked it out. It's definitely got a bunch of different names on it. 10 names on that list as well on that video. So I'll link it at the end if anybody likes this video and wants to check that out as well. But this video, I'm going to start off with Mackenzie Blackwood. You know, what else can you say about Mackenzie Blackwood? He's our future in net. You know, I absolutely love this kid. I think he's going to be a phenomenal netminder for us, our starting goaltender for years to come. I love what they did in adding Corey Crawford to this team, you know, adding a goaltender who's won Stanley Cups, helping to mentor Mackenzie out a little more, taking the stress off him that, you know, Corey can come in and win some games and help out. But I love how it helps Mackenzie's game out as well. You know, Mackenzie's pretty good size. He's a 6'4", 225. He's young, 23 years old. And you saw what happened this year. He definitely played more than double games. He played a lot more minutes, and you saw that he was definitely a better, more sound positional goaltender this year. You know, he was getting peppered with shots on a nightly basis, 40-plus shots, 50 at times, and still well-positioned, just in every spot he could be, he was there. And he helped this team win a lot of games down the stretch for us and looked like our future and very promising for Devils fans because, you know, we were coming from a situation where we needed a netminder. He really stepped in and showed, I'm the future for this team. So I really like what he added this year. He's a well-liked kid in the locker room. Whenever they're interviewing all the Devils players, asking who's the funniest person to be around, Mackenzie's name always comes up. And if anybody knows goaltenders, they know they're always the zaniest, wackiest guys, but they're also the best people to have on your side. So, you know, I love the way this kid talks pre- and post-game with interviews, talks from the heart, doesn't sound like he's talking very generic answers. So, you know, sounds very humble, sounds like he speaks very well, and I love his play on the ice, and I really think he's going to be a future for us going into the Devils system. In 18-19, he played 23 games. He posted 10 wins, 10 losses, .918 save percentage, 2.61 GAA. In 19-20, he played in 47 games, which is more than double. Posted 22 wins, 14 losses, 8 overtime losses, and .915 save percentage and a 2.77 GAA. So even though he did play double, his numbers didn't go up as much. And you saw on a nightly basis, this kid kept us in so many games. And, you know, go from 10 wins to 22, go from 10 wins to 22 wins the following year, and I think he was 5th in Calder Trophy voting. So the league took notice of this kid. They know he's definitely one of those players on the rise, and I'm so thankful that he's on the Devils because we needed a netminder to take reign of the future of this team, and I think Mackenzie's going to be it. He's still an RFA. He's still unsigned. He still doesn't have a new deal going into the next year, so hopefully that gets ironed out. As I definitely see him signing long-term and being with us, hopefully. So we'll see what happens with Mackenzie. Next person I want to talk about is Nathan Bastian, 22 years old. I know he was drafted as a center, but he also plays right wing, the right side for us. He's 6'4", 205 pounds. He's a 2016 second-round pick. And with him, he was drafted the same year as McLeod. I know they were buddies on the same team. They're in the Devils system together, so that's what was pretty cool about that draft year. You know, with Bastian, he's got good size, good net front presence. He's good along the boards. He's got a good shot. And for his size, he's a pretty good skater. You know, I don't know why, but he kind of reminds me of a Dave Andreychuk, and I'm not comparing the two. I know Andreychuk was a phenomenal player in the league, where Bastian's still developing his game. But the way he skates around, the way he shoots, I see glimpses of that in his game. So hopefully he can develop more and more with Bastian, the NHL game. In 1920, he played in 62 games with Binghamton. 16 goals, 22 assists, 38 points. And the thing I like about Bastian, each year in the pro level, he's getting better and better with Binghamton. His first year, he put up 18 points. The second year, 24 points. And this year, he put up 38 points. So I like to see what he did. I know he came up, played a couple of games for the Devils and scored a couple of goals. But I'm encouraged to see what he can do playing more time with the Devils or playing more time in Binghamton. We'll see what happens with him, but I can definitely see him, if he has a good camp, trying to crack a roster on the Devils, as we have open positions on those bottom two lines. Michael McLeod, 22 years old, 6'2", 187 pounds, center, 2016 first-round pick, 12th overall. With him, again, he has got good size. He's got good speed. With him, you're definitely seeing slow progress of his game. He hasn't played a lot in the NHL. In 2019, 2020, he played in 12 games, 2 assists. In 18-19, he played for the Devils, 21 games, had 3 assists, so 3 points. And, he's not known as goal scoring. He's more known as a passer, but it's frustrating to see that every time he has the puck, he's always passing. I wish McLeod can develop a shot and use it more, because that would add a lot to his arsenal. In Binghamton, his stats don't show that much either. This year he played in 47 games, 8 goals, 15 assists, 23 points. And the year before he played in 55 games, 6 goals, 27 assists, 33 points. So, it is there where he can produce, but I just wish he would develop a shot, because once players in the NHL know what you're going to do, they know how to take that away. So hopefully he can develop that and adds another element to his game. The next player I'm highly excited to see more of, YEGOR Sharangovich. Now with him, every time I'm checking Instagram, he's scoring another goal in the KHL. Right now, I think he's 5th in the KHL in scoring, so that's very encouraging for Devils fans. As looking at his stats from Binghamton, I never got that he was an offensive player to that degree. With him, he's 22 years old, 6'2", 205 pounds. He's got a good frame. 2018 5th round pick, 19-20 in Binghamton. He played in 57 games, 10 goals, 15 assists, 25 points. And this year playing in the KHL for Dynamo Minsk, in 29 games, he's got 15 goals, 3 assists, 18 points. So with him, he plays a physical game. He has speed. He's developed a strong shot. As you're seeing a lot of his, if anybody's watching his clips of him scoring, he's gaining the zone, ripping a shot top shelf. He's getting past in front of the net, has time and space, roofs it quickly to the top shelf. He's skating the puck in, doing these nice wraparound goals. He's scoring from a bunch of different angles, so he's really developing his game over there. And he's the captain of the team too, so it's very encouraging that he can take that leadership role. He's become very clutch for this team, plays in all situations, power play, penalty kill. He's scoring in all different ways too. He's scoring in even strength, scoring on the power play, scoring on the penalty kill. He's also scoring in overtime, which is very encouraging too, how he's taking the reins, taking the puck, and just skating in and shooting. So he is very fun to watch where he's playing now, and I hope he's one of those players. If Bastian doesn't make it, if McLeod doesn't make it, I can see Sharangovich making our Devils team if he has a strong camp. So definitely keep an eye on him. And definitely, if you haven't, check out his clips. He's got some really pretty goals that he's scoring in the KHL this year. So I'm really high on this kid. I really want to see him, how he plays when he comes over for a camp whenever it starts. Next player, Fabian ZETTERLUND, 21 years old, 5'11", 218 pounds, right wing. 2017 third round pick in Binghamton this year, 46 games, 8 goals, 11 assists, 19 points. And with him, whenever they're talking about him, he's got a good zippy shot. That's what the coach of Binghamton said. He's got a tough shot to handle. Puts a lot of power and accuracy in his shots. He's got a quick release. Good skater, not great. So he's definitely an area he's got to work on. He's working back from an ACL injury, so that's why it took more time for him to get better this year. He was trying to play through it as he came back from it, and that's when you saw him his production increase towards the end of the year. He plays with an edge and has offensive tools. And he was definitely one of those names that Fitzgerald mentioned that after the trade deadline he was going to bring up. But, before the NHL shut down, that was mentioned. Next player I want to talk about, misyul. He's a defenseman. 20 years old, 6'2", 176 pounds. 2019 third-round pick. And he's basically a shutdown defenseman. Excellent skater, gifted puck rusher. Cleans the crease. Plays front of the net well. Not offensive, he can rush the puck, and he's a smart shooter. Also blocks a lot of shots, plays heavy minutes. He plays a strong defensive game. So, with misyul, I wanted to put OKHOTYUK there, but I like Misyul's game because he's playing in the KHL amongst men. So, definitely keep an eye on this kid. He's got decent size, 6'2", 176 pounds. If he can add a bit of weight, add a little bit of muscle, he's going to be really good for us. He's one of those very good shutdown defensemen. He can skate the puck up and he can shoot as he's in transition, but he just doesn't put up a lot of points. So definitely noted more for his defensive game, not more so for his offensive, but he's going to be one of those players to watch out for as our defensemen in the NHL get up, and they're going to be more on the physical side. So definitely keep an eye out on him. Next player I want to talk about is AARNE TALVITIE. 21 years old, and a lot of people might have forgot about this name. He was drafted in 2017 in the 6th round as another late round pick. 21 years old, drafted as a center left wing, 5'10", 198 pounds. Plays an excellent two-way game. He competes hard. He can score. Good deceptive shot. He captained Finland's team when Kaapo Kakko was drafted that following year. And, you know, with him, he was very noticeable every time they played a game. Scoring, passing, the way he was shooting the puck, the way he just played an overall good game. He was very noticeable in every game. And he got hurt late into that, you know, into the gold medal game, and still played with heart and played well. With Penn State this past year, he played in 30 games, 6 goals, 13 assists, 19 points. So he definitely needs to improve on his skating, and we'll see what he has to offer. But he's definitely one of those, for his size, 5'10", 198, he's pretty big. So he's got a good center of gravity, and he could take a hit, give a hit. Just got to work on his skating. Next player I want to talk about, Tyce Thompson. Now, Tyce Thompson is definitely one of those players that have really shot up the ranks. He's 21 years old. He was a 2019 4th-round pick. Played for Providence College. 34 games played. He had 19 goals, 25 assists, 44 points, and he led the team in goals. He was a Hobey Baker nominee. He definitely improved this past year from his previous year of scoring 25 points. With him, he's getting stronger and stronger each year, getting a better shot, and that's what really turned his game around. He developed this shot and just started scoring. He's strong. He plays strong on the puck, good along the boards, creative offensively. He's another right wing and definitely one to look out for in the coming years. So definitely keep an eye out for Tyce Thompson. The next one I'll talk about is Graeme Clarke. Graeme Clarke is 19 years old. He's another right wing, so I like how we're getting right wings in our system. He's 6 foot, 174 pounds, so he's got to add a little bit more muscle. 2019 3rd-round pick. He's a gifted puck handler, creative offensively, great shot on the wing, lightning quick release, and he's got a nose for the net. He played for the Ottawa 67s, as a lot of Devils prospects did. 16 games played, 9 goals, 18 assists, 17 points. He played this year injured, but you know, with him, when he came back from his injury, he wanted to work on everything besides his offensive game to develop that more, so he can be more noted as a well-rounded two-way player. And with him, if you could definitely check out, I think it was last year's prospect camp, he stood out a lot. He played on the line with Boquist, and he had some sort of chemistry with Boquist. Every time they were coming out of the defensive zone, they were making these passes in the neutral zone to each other, finding themselves with ease. And it was always Graeme Clarke that had the shot to finish off the play. And he has a lightning quick shot. And this kid scored a couple of goals in that camp. And him and Boquist look really good together. So definitely keep an eye out for Graeme Clarke in the coming years. And the last one I want to mention in this video is defenseman NIKITA OKHOTYUK. He's 19 years old, 6'1", 194 pounds. Is a 2019 2nd-round pick. Another one that played for the Ottawa 67s. In the OHL, he played in 39 games, 3 goals, 16 assists, 19 points. Definitely a physical defensive defenseman. Shutdown D. He creates havoc in front of the net. He plays a tough game. Little offensive upside, but he's developing it more and more in time. So he's definitely one of those players that blocks a lot of shots. He hits. He plays the game with an edge. He plays a good physical defensive game. Not noted for his offense, but he is developing it more and more. He's got good hands for a defenseman. So these are my next 10. I'm going to do another video of another 10 in the next coming days, but this is part 2 of my segment for Devils players and prospects to look out for. Thank you all for your time. Please comment below what you think about this video. What do you think about the players that I mentioned in this video? And as always, thank you all for your time. I really appreciate it. Smash that like button. And if you haven't done so, subscribe to the Hockey Skate Down. Join our hockey team. Have a great rest of the day. Have a great night. Take it easy.